and welcome back to the Flat Tire Podcast. Today we will be talking about our off-season predictions and the upcoming Daytona races. So if you are a fan of the pod, you notice we stopped uploading at the end of the year. Um, and then Joe and I got on one night and did this whole end of the year podcast that went for like 2 hours, and then I never uploaded it and I just deleted it, so that's lost media now. Um, But, we're going to get it kicked off. This is going to be an odd episode because we've kind of had some delays and people going downtown and drinking and then not wanting to drive drunk and then people having to shit and then laptops not working. So we're recording this on Thursday night after the duels, but we're going to get kicked off here. Kason, do you want to take over for our 2026 season storylines?
I have to take a stage break, Chris.
Oh, brother.
All right, so it's Kason that needed to take a shit. Chris is the one that was drinking and driving.
That was not me.
And I have a broken laptop.
Well, into some 2026 season storylines. We got a couple jotted down here. I think the biggest storylines as we look forward to this next season is the chase is back in all three series. No more playoffs. No more winning in as well. They did change the points itself up a little bit. So if I'm not mistaken, a win's worth 55 points now compared to 40.
Yep.
So wins are still more valuable than obviously getting second, which is something I think I talked about last year in the pod, is that I wanted to see is that, well, I didn't want to see a win in, and I did want to see wins worth more than 5 points, that more than second, just so it actually makes it worth it to go for the win. Otherwise, you're going to have William Byron getting second in like 34 races this year and winning the championship based on that, and then NASCAR goes back to the win and in. But
Kason, I thought you said you wanted it more like golf, so negative points get you the championship.
Well, in that case, Corey LaJoie's off to a good start this season. Other big storyline, Dodge and Ram are back in NASCAR this year with the Colleague trucks.
Okay, so you're really excited about Dodge and Ram coming back. Dodge and Ram are coming back.
I am excited to see who all gets into that 25 truck this season. We're starting off with Tony Stewart this week. And, when we touch on Daytona a little later, I do want to make note of how many truck driver or cup drivers / just random other drivers such as Cletus and Travis Pastrana are in that truck race on Friday night. I'm pretty excited about that myself. It's probably going to be one of those races that I actually get super hyped up about. That's a lower level race only for like 23 trucks to wreck on lap 5 or something like that. But when Ricky Stenhouse decides it's time for him to go to the front, or a mix of him and Hocevar in the same field again, and they decide that, we're not going to wreck each other in the cup race ever, but in the truck race.
Don't forget who's also in that field. Corey LaJoie. It's going to be a nightmare.
As he said tonight, God works in mysterious ways, so maybe God's going to make him, spin out the whole field, according to Corey. Well, moving on to some other big off-season news. The biggest storyline of the off-season, in my opinion, the Roval's gone.
Boo.
Joe's disappointed. That was an easy SVG win. Unless SVG crashed, and then Kyle Larson had an easy win taken away.
They're just trying everything to hurt my boy.
In other news, we have the San Diego Roval thing at the Navy base.
Yeah.
And Chicagoland is back on the 4th, 5th, 3rd, something of July. So same weekend, 4th of July weekend. I think it's on the 5th this year. And we get Chicagoland back. I've always enjoyed that. Unfortunately, I feel like Larson might actually nuke the field there, considering how good he was there in a Ganassi car.
Yeah.
Granted, Chicago did give us some of the best finishes. Like that Larson Kyle Busch finish, probably one of the better finishes on a mile and a half in NASCAR in the last 10 years or so. Is that my? Is that over 10 years ago, or is that 10 years? Nah, that's less than 10 years
Less.
ago now.
That'd be
Okay.
less.
Yeah, we're getting to that time frame where you never know.
You never know.
You never know, huh?
Well, and to the lesser news, NASCAR is over.
Dun, 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 dun,
NASCAR
dun,
and
dun.
the team settled. NASCAR paid the legal fees. Team got some more things they want in the charters. They act like they're all buddy buddy. Steve Phelps left. Too bad Steve O'Donnell didn't also leave.
I I do have something to interject here. Did you guys see Bob Pockrass asking Tony Stewart if he'd saw Steve O'Donnell?
I saw that.
Yeah,
That
I
was
saw.
hilarious.
Tony was like, "What'd he say? I haven't seen him yet, but he hasn't had the pleasure to see him yet."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Real would be
I
real
think
funny
between.
if sorry, Case.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say between all the um. Oh, what was Stewart's league rate? What was his league rate?
SRF.
SRX.
SRX. I kept wanting to call it the SRFL there, Joe.
He ran the USFL.
um, yeah. Between the comments that I think the Steves made about that, and then, um, just the whole way that NASCAR went away from trucks at Eldora and gave Bristol Cup and all that stuff, sounded like Tony was under a different impression, possibly, on what was going to happen there.
Those are my picks.
Well, I think those are the big news storylines. I mean, obviously, Cup, we only have one driver change with Justin Haley getting sent down to trucks, Swartz into the Cup. Um, obviously, a lot of other things, such as the Dodge stuff. Ram had their TV show that was. I like the concept of it, but I think if you would have done it in like December, it would have been a lot cooler to watch when you didn't realize who was probably gonna win it already. Any other big off-season things? Really, I feel like so much was dominated with the NASCAR stuff and Dodge being back and the Chase being back. Otherwise, I feel like wasn't a huge off-season.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we do have one more thing to cover. I guess from off-season, we're have a moment of silence for Greg Biffle here.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace,
Yeah.
Greg, after a tragic accident.
Well, are you guys ready for our predictions for the 2026 season? I think Joe's ready for his O'Reilly's predictions.
Yeah, they're ready.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over who we think the chase drivers are going to be for every series, who's going to win the most races in every series, and who's going to be the regular season champion. We're going to reveal our who we think is going to finish the top four in each series in points and give our champion. Who's going to be rookie of the year? Who's the biggest surprise in each series? 5 bold predictions, and then the races we're most and least looking forward to. So we're going to kick this off with chase drivers. Jason, do you want to give us your chase drivers for Cup?
Well, I feel like, I feel like Chris last year we did this without Joe. I felt like we had some differing opinions for better or worse in the series. I feel like last year might have been almost a little more unpredictable going into the year. I feel like this year we're pretty chalky on a lot of our stuff where I honestly think trucks we might have put the same exact drivers, for instance. Xfinity is, I think, only one difference for us. Cup, I think we might have like 2 or 3, but I think based on just the new format and I think last year just had maybe more exciting prospects looking at the, especially at the Xfinity series, or I guess now the O'Reilly Auto Parts series. But yeah, so starting off, all the Hendrick drivers I'm making it: Larson, Chase, Byron, Bowman. We'll get into a couple surprises here. Maybe for me, Hocevar, Busher, Priest. I don't think Busher's a big surprise with points being a thing is he's always. I mean, him and Bowman have been probably the two guys who are just. I guess him, Bowman, and Bubba. I feel like the last like 3 years have always historically been like 8th to 12th in points, but are fighting for their life at the end of the season every year because they're not as good at putting that car in victory lane maybe as they are at getting 3rd to 7th. Priest I picked. He's got a little momentum here coming off the Clash. He was racing around that track fast there.
Insert poem.
But I think the main reason more so is he just was pretty consistent for about 2/3 last season, and he would have been in pretty easily on points as well. Blaney, Reddick, Briscoe, Bell, Denny, Joey, and SVG.
Yeah, we're pretty similar on these, but there's a couple differences. But I have all the Hendrick drivers. I have all the Gibbs drivers of Larson, Elliott, Byron, Bowman, Hamlin, Briscoe, Bell, Gibbs. Um, and then I think Blaney, Reddick, Busher Chastain are all going to get in pretty easy. And then my bubble guys are probably SVG, Brad Keselowski, Bubba, and Hocevar will all be bubble guys. I excluded Logano. I know it's even year Logano, so he should be doing pretty good this year and starting it off hot with his dual win. But um, I don't know. That 22 team just doesn't give me a lot of confidence with how they've performed over the last couple years. I mean, I know they won the championship 2 years ago, but I don't think they would have made the playoffs in that format or the chase, excuse me. And if it was ran 2 years ago, I'm not sure. But anyways, yeah, there's my guys. I think SVG is probably the biggest question mark here. Hocevar being the next biggest one. I could see those guys not making it in, but I think they will. I think Hocevar might win a race or two this year. SVG, I think, still going to keep up his road course dominance for at least this year. But yeah, those are mine.
I did this thing called copying pasting, then deleted a few names. I got Larson, Elliott, Byron, Bowman, Olive Hendrick, SVG, Chastain, Busher, Blaney, Wallace, Reddick, Hamlin, Briscoe. Those are all in Bell. Those are all names I copied off Chris. Then I threw Joey in. I was like, he'd probably make it. Then I threw Kyle Busch in. Then I'm surprised neither one of you picked Zillage as much as you guys love him.
I love Zillage, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I think if it was win and end still, I would have picked Zilich. I think he's got a solid shot at winning one of the road courses or a plate track or something. I just think there's too many good drivers at this point still.
This is where you're wrong, Kason. I think there's too many mid drivers.
I'll tell you this, Joe. Sorry, Kason.
I was gonna say part of it is, and maybe we get into this a little bit later too. I don't have much faith in Chevy for the first about fifth to a fourth this season. With the changes to the nose and such, I know they aren't massive changes, but I still think it's gonna screw with the cars a little bit at the start of the season.
If we started counting points at Charlotte, I'd probably say Zillage. I just think there's going to be a bit of an adjustment period, and I think it's just going to be too little too late by the time it rolls around.
Or he just gets hurt again and then wins like 10 straight races.
Yeah.
I have to fall down the stairs as well for that to work.
Well, Joe, get to stepping.
Connor Zillage, if you're listening to this, if you are struggling and about like 25th in points come early June, I will put something on Joe's stairs and then Joe and I will go to the pizza place.
All of a sudden, I just hear, with arms wide open. And they start falling.
And then Connor wins like the next 5 races again.
Well, on to the newly minted O'Reilly's series. I'm going to call this Xfinity so many fucking times throughout this podcast this year. But, Kason, who are your chase drivers?
First off, I'm pissed it's an Xfinity. I can no longer say Xfinity fastest lap, faster than Xfinity Mobile, etc. about 500 times during the pod.
I mean, you can still say it.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting paid for it now, Joe.
We were getting paid.
No, Case, and we're
Is
getting
that
paid.
that award was for?
That's what the award was for, Joe.
No,
Most Xfinity Mobile usage word usages at the Federal Reserve in the year of 2025.
Like you did it.
Case, and we're getting paid for saying that was faster than the service workers at the O'Reilly Auto Parts counter.
Well, in my one experience at O'Reilly Auto Parts, that would not be very fast.
No, it's not the truth.
Well, like I said, Xfinity, no Connor this year, so that's disappointing for me. We'll see if someone else dominates or not. Probably not, but you never know. First off, I have Mr. Young Sheldon himself. We'll see without Connor there if he can actually win a race.
No.
His teammate Mayer, and then Allgaier, Sammy Smith, Quaffle, Love, Hill, Jones, Gray, Harrison Burton, Swalich, and Ryan Sieg in his Chevy now. Only thing I wanted to talk about a little bit here. I think Gray honestly could have quite a good season. He was kind of hot towards the end of the season. I think he was probably one of the 3 to 4 drivers that was most negatively impacted by Connor just going on that absolute tear for the second half of the season. I think he could have won probably 2 or 3 more races there. Chris?
See the copy and paste feature work. I have I have I have Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Justin Allgaier, Sammy Smith, Travis Quapple, Jesse Love, Austin Hill, Brandon Jones, Taylor Gray, Hillison Button, William Sawalich, and drumroll please,
The one different driver.
Corey Day. Oh yeah, it is the one different driver, Corey Day.
Yeah, Chris, I'm interested in you picking Corey Day here. As an absolute hater of Corey Day last year.
I am still a hater of Corey Day. I think he's going to massively. I think that 17 car is one of the best cars in the field, and he's going to massively underperform in it, but still somehow make it to like 10th in points. I don't see a world where anybody could take that car and finish outside of the top 12 in points.
See, something I'm really interested in about that is Hendrick throwing Corey Day in that full time in their own car, but then sending their cup drivers to run like 12 or 14 races for Junior Motorsports.
I saw like all you guys pretty much had the same except for the one guy. So I just copied and pasted, but I put all my capital letters at the end of the names instead of at the beginning.
Joe doesn't think Ryan C is going to make it. He thinks it's going to be Anthony Alfredo.
Big pasta.
I think it's going to be Kyle Sieg.
You're right.
So, all right, moving on to trucks. I really wish Joe would have kept his original list. I thought that was some good contenders in there, especially Katie 3, and Ted Bundy. I definitely think that they're going to win a few races this year. But anyways, moving on to trucks, Case, and if you'd like to list off your copy and fucking paste, holy shit. So, Case, and if you want to list off mine and your picks for the playoffs or the chase in trucks, because it's the same fucking thing.
See, my problem was I went through the trucks list of like actual truck drivers, Chris, and I was like, holy shit, this is kind of a tough field outside of these guys. Like, I think there's gonna be some exciting like one-offs and stuff like that, but it's I'm gonna be honest with you, it's kind of a tough field outside those top guys there, unless somebody
Dodge.
Unless somebody just like kind of comes out of nowhere like Daniel Dye or something. One caveat I did want to add that I'm really interested in the O'Reilly series, and I think it's really going to depend on what races Connor's running, Larson, Chase, Byron, SVG for Junior. I'm really curious about Austin Green running the full season. He had
Hey,
some really. What'd you say?
he's Jordan Anderson car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I'm kind of intrigued just because like I never seemed to see him up there, but last year he seemed to run really well on some of those road courses. Like he was third to eighth. It seemed like a lot of times, and he was third a decent amount of times. So I'm kind of curious based on what races some of those other drivers that are probably better road course racers are driving. But he probably will contend at a couple of road courses if someone isn't in there, maybe a plate track or two. So
He currently has the worst odds if you look on DraftKings. They might have changed it for the O'Reilly series at Daytona, and I really considered putting down a bet on that guy because that is crazy that he has the worst odds. Because those Jordan Anderson cars aren't bad. I mean, fucking Jeb Burton had bad odds too. I mean, Jordan Anderson cars at plate tracks are very good. I don't want to say they're a great organization by any stretch of the imagination, but they're pretty solid. And to add on your point, Kason, I definitely think like the battle for like 15th, 16th in points is going to be real exciting between like Poole, Alfredo, him. I mean, they're Jeb Burton. Um, it's this is the problem with the Xfinity field this year is I think it's going to make for some really exciting racing. I think there's a lot of good drivers in the field, but the amount of just full-time drivers who aren't in good equipment is high. I'm really since they expanded how many races a cup guy can run in that series, it really seems like the bushwhacking is going to come back pretty hard, and I think that's going to hurt some of this chase talk. But to get back to my main point here, I think the battle for like the middle of the pack is really strong in the Xfinity series, O'Reilly series this year.
no, I agree. I mean, even just like when I was running through the Xfinity, I didn't realize how many how many different Cup drivers were even just for instance just Junior Motorsports alone, let alone any other organization that's gonna get some. I mean, you'll get because I mean you got Chastain, you got SVG, you got the three Hendrick guys, you got I mean Eric Amarola is gonna drive some races at some point. I'm guessing. If any other of those guys drive any bushwhacking cars at Gibbs or Reddick or anything like that, you got quite a bit. And then you got like even like for instance one guy we haven't covered yet, but we are going to talk a little about later. Definitely, Brent Cruz when he comes in.
Yeah.
um, it's going to be very interesting to see some of the winners and stuff like that this year because I do agree. I think it could be a lot of bushwhacking or just people that aren't running full schedules winning some of these races or a lot of these races even.
Which I don't think is a horrible thing, but I feel like they struck a good balance in the Xfinity series with like how many races Cup guys were allowed to run. And now I feel like that what is an extra 2 races or so.
I think so.
It might get abused a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not too mad about it because getting those Cup guys in there on Saturday it definitely helps with ratings. It's going to help with a lot of shit. So as long as it's not the problem we have with bushwhacking was those Cup guys could run for points, and so it really created a generation of lost racers. Because what the best fucking prospects between what would you say, Joe, 2007 and 2013? Well, I mean,
Probably
you
14.
I say
well, no, 14 was Dylan Larson, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
between '07 and 13, your prospect list was basically Brad Keselowski.
Yeah,
And Kevin Conway and
yeah, yeah,
Andy Lally and
yeah. David
Honestly,
Skirby.
one more thing I want to add on to about the Xfinity series before we move on, and maybe it's because we're probably going
What?
to cover these a little about the O'Reilly Auto Parts series before we
the
move on.
the
Perhaps.
AutoZone.
The Kenny Wallace AutoZone car series.
Um, the last thing I wanted to add though is, if I'm not mistaken, I think the only organization running fourth is AM. Maybe
Yep.
one more,
Yep.
which is very disappointing to me because we're talking about, for instance, junior motorsports. I mean,
Motorsports.
you got so many like cup drivers driving there, but it's disappointing that we're not gonna get to see Busher, Priest, Brad run any races. It's any or any Blaney, Barry, Joey, anyone like that.
I read something where the reason why Ford doesn't have any O'Reilly's cars is because essentially something about fabrication wouldn't make sense, but it was something that like a Ford team does not have the resources like that Junior Motorsports or JGR is putting in. And so without that top tier team, like Haas isn't a top, like they're not a good top tier team. They were when Stuart Haas was running the show, but like if RFK or Penske stepped up, then maybe we could see a resurgence. But I don't want to say it's a Ford issue as much as it's like a there's not a team owner who wants to put in the work there, which
Yeah,
sucks.
it's disappointing because I mean, you can make the argument that the only spot Ford has for any legit prospects would be front row in trucks.
No, that yeah, that's it. That them and there's one more Ford truck team. Is it um
Not anyone who's
four?
gonna probably get a. Yeah, I guess it's Thor Sports still.
I don't know. They change. Fuck. It feels like they change every year, but
I think they still Ford, yeah, but no, and I think something I'm curious about long term, if Dodge is serious about getting into more series, is too, is if we almost start to see Dodge start to get more prospects than Ford in the future.
I I think Dodge. I don't know if they'll get in the Xfinity series. I just I don't think it's a good investment for these teams when you can essentially when the truck is essentially more like the Cup car than the Xfinity car is or the O'Reilly's car is. Um, what's the point of having? What's the point of spending money in the O'Reilly series? I mean, Hocevar. We had a talk in the off season about what guys have came straight from trucks to Cup, and I was like, oh, like Kurt Busch did it and Hocevar did it, and then nobody really else. Heim maybe, but I don't know. I just the O'Reilly series has a huge identity crisis right now because it's so unlike either the trucks or the Cup cars. It's kind of like its own cool thing.
Which is kind of hilarious that it usually puts on the best racing, in my opinion.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely.
some like honestly, probably some of the best races I watched all year were the, let alone just in general, but the road courses of SVG versus Connor last year were probably like three of the best five races all year,
Yeah.
if not three of the best three races all year.
Well, let's get this show on the road because I'm seeing some yawns in here, and we still got a lot of shit left. So
I've
Well,
never yawned once.
I thought
on
you
to the
yawned,
truck
Joe.
series. My picks for and Chris's picks include Jar Jar Banks, KD3. um, well, being serious, it's Enfinger, Eckes, Ankrum, Riggs, Hamrick, Chandler Smith, Majeski, Honeycutt, Gio, and Justin Haley. I was hard pressed to find anyone else that I honestly thought was a very legit contender, unless one of these guys tanks or someone like Garcia, Daniel
Yeah,
Dye,
Garth, I could see.
someone takes a big jump kind of up. I just didn't see a lot of people that I thought were gonna be taking that big jump.
I mean, like Garcia and Rhodes are probably first two out for me. You see, Rhodes is funny because I think Rhodes is a really good driver, but man, the last couple of years he's just not been that good week to week. Um, it Thorsport as a whole just seems to be kind of down. So maybe if getting old man Crafton out of the building might help them as a whole, but If ThorSport, this is gonna sound stupid. If ThorSport as a whole is better, I don't think Haley makes it into the playoffs or the chase. I think it'll either be the 13 of well, that's not 13 anymore. It's the 98 of oh shit, what's his name? We're just talking about him. Um,
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks, Jake Garcia, same thing. No one likes him and he's annoying. Um, or Ben Rhodes. And then Joe, if you want to list off your
I
truck,
got Infinger, Ekis.
well, I guess moving on since truck series seems pretty chalky, other than maybe a couple spots here or there. But most wins. All right, so what we'll do is we'll go through who we think is going to get the most wins first, and then we'll come back and go for the regular season champ. If that's good with you guys.
So we're gonna get really chalky with the regular season champ here because we all picked the same person.
Yeah.
It's a safe bet.
All right, Kason.
Most wins. Earlier, kind of touched on a little concern about Chevy and first, fifth to fourth of the season based on just changing the nose up a little bit. Teams are gonna have to adapt. We'll see if anyone races a little differently or not this year. Granted, wins are again 15 points more, but not winning in, so you're not going to be, Sammy Smithing or Austin Dilling in it. Well, maybe not. Hypothetically, probably not as much, but you never know. I'm going Bell, Christopher Bell. I think he's been ascending, full season-wise ascending, the last couple years, getting better a little bit each year, and I think he takes another step this year with another year on Denny, and the Chevy's maybe not as competitive right away. I just think he takes another step up.
I think SVG wins the most races this year. I think he sweeps the road courses, and I think he gets that elusive oval win somewhere. Probably a Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta type, even though he's not proved to be awesome on those just yet. I could see it happening. I'm going to take the bet with SVG getting 5 wins this year, and I think someone may tie him, but that's my betting favorite.
I'd say 5 is pretty low.
I think parity is going to be huge this year, Joe. I think it's going to be a lot of. I don't think Chevy's going to be as bad as Kaysen makes it out to be early on, but I think it's going to. I think there's going to be a lot of different winners this year.
I mean, I can see that, but I still think 5 is pretty low. I think someone's going to win more than that, which is why I have Denny Hamlin. I think he's on a revenge tour.
Well, on to O'Reilly's for most
I
wins.
want to make one comment on Denny. I honestly almost left him out of my playoffs after watching his interview today, or very recently when they played tonight. That man sounded extremely depressed when they were asking about this coming season.
I mean, do you blame him?
Yeah,
I do not blame him at all, but
Why isn't he happy?
no, he's just like, they're like, Denny, you excited to get back in the car? Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be good to get in a routine.
I guess.
I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
good advice.
So I was like, I just saw that and I'm like, this man is either gonna win the first 3 of the first 5 races, or he's gonna have like a 2 years ago Joey Logano regular season.
This man is broken. Watch out for him.
Well, not to spoil everyone else's thunder, but like I said, we're really chalky. You all picked the same person. We all picked Christopher Bell as the regular season champ.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to say on that one. Well, O'Reilly's. Kason?
Well, I got Justin Allgaier. I think I think it's gonna be a lot of 3 to 4 race winners in O'Reilly's this year. So I kind of went about 5 different ways with this one, but I think he's the safe pick. I almost thought about asking us if we wanted to get really technical and try to pick which Cup driver is going to win the most races.
Which is what I did.
Yeah, exactly.
I picked Allgaier. He's a safe bet, I think.
Um, I wanted to pick Allgaier, but something inside of me told me Jesse Love, even though he only won what, two races last year, the first and the last. I think between the low, since more Cup drivers are going to be winning races this year, in my opinion, um, it's going to be a lower threshold for O'Reilly's drivers, like in the win total. So I think Love gets it. Then Joe.
I went with Cup driver because that's ridiculous to leave them out. I went with Connor Zilic because he's run like 20 races this year.
Is he really running that many?
He's sharing the ride.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is going to race like 15 races at
Oh
least.
fuck. Yeah, then
Yeah.
it's gonna be Zillich. Yeah, Joe's on this one. Sorry, Joe, I'm
Yeah.
copying you this time. Yeah, I'm changing mine right now.
Yeah, he's splitting it with who?
Quaffle.
Yeah.
So my guess is if they're fully splitting and splitting, he's going to run most of the first races of the season. Like he's going to run
I think
probably 15 of the first 25 or something.
I think so, yeah.
Again, like in Cup, it's gonna be like five is gonna be the limit here, and I think he can win a third of his races. So yeah, I'm changing mine to Zillich.
Yeah, I honestly think he could win more.
He
I'm
probably
just saying
could.
five is a baseline. Like,
Yeah.
You're gonna see like 2010 Kyle Busch, but out of Connor Zillage. He's gonna run like 20 races and win 19 of them.
So the only thing that's going to stop him is Byron / Larson in the 88 with what's his name, Marty Lindley or whatever his name is the crew Zilch's crew chief last year, and SVG possibly at road courses. That's all.
don't you mean Dale Jr.?
Dale Jr. hitting the button on SVG's kart Sonoma again this year.
Even then, that almost doesn't stop him.
My regular season champ, I picked Allgaier again. Safe bet. He's always like top 5 basically.
Yeah, I went with Allgaier as well.
I went with Jesse Love.
I think that's a good pick. You know, I almost wanted to pick Mayer here because Mayer last year was super consistent, and if there's an uptick in performance in those Haas cars, I could see him pulling it off, but I don't know. Mayer just seems to fuck up everything that goes right for him, so we'll see.
I only went with Love because I looked at the Bush Series points, and he was actually second in points for the whole season. So I went with him.
I thought you were watching David Rudiman commercials, and you're like, I love love.
No.
Well, trucks.
Trucks, I think it'll probably be like 3 to 4 people that win the majority of the races instead of just Corey Heim. I was basically split between 3 people between Eckes, Riggs, and Chandler Smith. I think that they're going to dominate this year. I went with Riggs. I think he's inconsistent, but when he's on, he was pushing Heim in a lot of races. But the problem is he just will have like a stretch of 4 truck races when he's like 12th for no reason.
So I went with Eckes because the year before 2024, Eckes was statistically a better truck driver than Heim was. And I think if Eckes was running last year, Heim does not break a lot of those records he did. I think Eckes is a really good truck driver. He's back with McAnally. I think he's going to set the world on fire in the truck series this year. I don't think it's going to go on a Heim level tear, but I mean, we have to think what that guy. Well, he had some crazy stat that in 2024 it was fucking insane, like a top 10 streak, almost like Heim's was last year. But yeah, I think Eckes is my odds-on favorite for everything.
Chris, you have YouTube TV, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm just looking on Reddit right now, and apparently NASCAR's going to be doing the 500 and 4K.
No, I don't have the 4K channels, but that's cool.
Too bad I still have to listen to Fox.
Yeah, I might have to upgrade for that.
What car number's Corey Heim, Clint? 6'7". It rhymes with what was the thing about 6'7" and Kevin Harvick tonight? And Kevin's like, oh, it rhymes.
I don't
You
remember.
know, I dozed off in the first duel because I was like, "Holy shit, this is bad."
Okay, you already know the 500 is going to be. We'll get to this in a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, I went with Riggs for most wins in the season.
All
Well,
right.
I went with Riggs as my regular season champ.
I
Chris.
went with Ekis as my regular season champ.
I went with Majeski.
All right. So on to top four in points, final points, like chase points. Um, and then we will. Do you guys want to reveal our top four, then say our champion, or do you want to all reveal our top four for every series, then go back and say our champion?
Let's all do our top four then our champions.
Okay. All right, Kason.
Hang on, I
All
got to
right.
type this out.
As pessimistic as I am on Chevy at the start of the season, I think they're going to figure it out. I went and just knowing who the drivers are and how they've driven. Again, people are probably going to drive a little differently this year than last year. But I went Larson, Chase Elliott, Bell, Byron. I think Larson and Byron. Well, I think Byron and just in general set up insanely well this year. Chase, he's pretty consistent as well. He's like a little bit worse. Byron, Larson, decided after he crashed in the Indy 500 that he was going to become just the most consistent driver ever that could not win a race. And again, I'm pretty high on Bell this year, so.
I went with Larson, Elliott, Bell, and Mr. S tier driver himself, Ross Chastain, to make the final four. And wait, you said wait to reveal the champion, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Joe?
Oh, I got Blaney, Bell, Hamlin, and Larson. Very bland.
I like yours. I honestly like that, Joe. I saw you delete a name, and I was like, I really thought long and hard about putting him in there instead of two of my guys. But
It
yeah.
was a last second like delete out of my last second picks.
Well,
So O'Reilly's.
or do we want to go our champion and cup and then go to O'Reilly's?
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Okay. Well, we have two drivers that made all of ours, which are Larson and Bell. Then our other two were some combinations. My champion, not surprising to Chris, when I went back and we looked at who would have won the chase since 2020. I'm going Larson. I think it's gonna be really hard to beat him and Cliff Daniels in a 10 race, unless he literally crashes like more than once. Even if I crashes once, I think he's gonna probably have a pretty good shot still.
I'm going with Mr. Consistency himself. I think Chase Elliott wins the championship this year.
Oh, Bomber's gonna love this if he actually listens.
No, he will. He lives for it. All right,
Joe,
Joe.
who's your champion?
Mine is Hamlin. I think he gets it done.
I can't wait for Hamlin to be leading with two to go, only for Alex Bowman to hit the flat tire switch this year.
I can't. I can't wait for Hamlin to be leading with let's just say 20 laps to go, and Joe's like, "I need to run downstairs to the basement real quick and grab thing."
I throw myself down the steps to help him win.
No, that's when Connor Zilic wrecks him and is the champion, and then he moves to F1.
Well, on to O'Reilly's, which are gonna probably be pretty similar for all of us. I have Allgaier, Mayer, Quaffle, and Love.
I have Love, Hill, Allgaier, and Mayer.
I have Allgaier, Hill, Love, and Creed. Creed, Chris Creed.
Can you take me higher? If Creed
Well,
gets a win this year, guys, I don't think he will. I'm going to go fucking nuts on this podcast.
Throw that little caveat. I don't think you will.
I don't think he will either. But
I'm gonna make a bold prediction here. My first bold prediction.
oh wait,
Might
wait,
have a
wait.
bold prediction later.
Okay.
No, my champion is gonna be Quaffle before he goes to race for Spire next year.
No. Is that who you're actually picking?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Then Then
Aaron
next
will
year he swaps out Quaffle pick for Daniel Suarez pick.
Is that when Daniel Suarez finally goes to Junior Motorsports?
It is.
I want to pick Sam Ayer here. I want to.
Is this before he goes to Spire next year?
Yeah. This is before they clone him and the Cup Series field is just 36 Sam Mayer, no, 35 Sam Mayers and Kyle Larson. Um, I'm gonna go with Jesse Love back to back, but I think Mayer can make a push. I think honestly, Kaysen, I think Mayer and Quapple are in the same tier of yeah, I could totally see them doing it, but I can't put my chips on the table on that one just yet.
I'm gonna go full chaos on this with how many Cup drivers are showing up this year. I'm gonna say Creed wins
You're bullshitting.
without winning a single race.
That that would honestly be the funniest fucking outcome of all time. Like that would be fucking hilarious.
The formula of this format fix it like suits him, and it'd be hilarious. He just
What
never wins, and he just gets the championship.
what would be even funnier, Joe, is if he does win one race, but it's super early in the year, and it's just like
It's
he stayed out.
Vegas.
He like stayed out like on a fuel like something. He just stayed out for some reason, has the
Rain.
lead on like a joke, and then yeah, the rain hits.
I think he wins.
Darkness.
He wins the championship, then swiftly moves to Spire.
No, 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 Joe. He wins the championship and swiftly gets cloned 19 times.
And only one of them makes it to Spire, and it's the worst one.
It's
The
it's
original.
it's the original Sheldon Creed, the original Sam Mayer, and then Kyle Larson racing for Spire next year.
Well, on to
Oh, hang on, Kason. Creed wins, moves to Spire, but he signs the papers without reading it, and it's the Spire truck.
The hauler. He's the
Yeah,
hauler
yeah, he's the new truck
driver.
driver for the hauler.
trucks here. My final four are Eckes, Riggs, Chandler Smith, and Caden Honeycutt in the 11 Tricon truck.
My final four, well, top four is Eckes, Riggs, Chandler Smith, and Ty Majeski.
I got Hemrick, Riggs, Smith, and Majeski.
Case in your champion.
My champion is going to be Honeycutt.
Oh my gosh.
That's the worst possible outcome.
Yeah, I like Honeycutt, but that's not going to happen.
I don't know. He had a lot of speed when he went over to that. What the hell was he driving last year?
You don't even know.
No, what's his name?
Reason.
Yeah. I was gonna call it the Rhino truck. I couldn't think of
It is the right.
So he had a lot of speed over there, and he almost got it done last year in the Final Four.
I think Eckes is going to win the championship.
I say Hemrick wins the championship
I'm cool with that.
by never winning a race.
Honestly, Joe, if your predictions come true, I would be so happy. That would be so cool.
I'm only picking good outcomes.
The good ending. Well, on to Rookie of the Year. Let's just kind of speed run these real quick.
Well, Chris and I have the same. We have Connor and Cup because who else?
That's it. There's
Yeah.
there's nobody else.
Literally, like
Evan Conway too.
Xfinity, we have Day. We're throwing the caveat of he technically hasn't registered to run Rookie of the Year, whatever the hell you were
Yeah.
saying, Chris.
Yeah, and the only other one that looks like he's in competitive equipment that has is Cruz. So
And he can't even race the first 3 races of the season.
four. I think it's four.
How old is he?
Yeah,
17.
17.
I thought you could do that now.
No,
Uh,
you
I
can
think
run
you
the
I
race.
think you can be 17. I don't think he can run Daytona, but I think he can do the other ones.
he's not
I
gonna
don't
be able to
think
run
he can
Daytona.
Atlanta either.
Yeah, Joe, I think it's like there's multiple races he can't run.
Uh,
Yeah, because he can't run
I
it
think
sometime in
it's
March.
I think
I
you
think
can run
it's
him at 17 now. They
no, I
lowered
think
it.
it's 17 for short tracks.
Yeah, because if Cruz was racing more because it's not until like March 19th or something he can actually run a race, something like that. Where it was like mid March. It was just long enough to make me actually pick Corey Day for this.
March
And
30th is his birthday.
okay, and I picked Queen for trucks. Chris picked Queen for trucks. Joe, do you have any different picks here?
No.
Probably O'Reilly's, maybe.
No.
Okay.
All right. Well,
biggest biggest surprises we're moving on to.
You sound so happy.
you
Well,
saw the
first off,
award he got. He has to go to sleep so he can get another award next year.
Uh,
yeah, like I used Xfinity about 5,000 more times.
oh, no, it's O'Reilly's now.
Mhm. Um, my biggest surprise in Cup is Briscoe. Of course, Chris didn't like my biggest surprise.
Yeah, that's a stupid biggest surprise. The guy made the final four last year and was competitive in multiple races.
The reason
I'm
I was bringing
surprised.
Well, the biggest it's like my biggest surprise is Briscoe, and he doesn't even have him finishing in the top four. Like,
now I do think he's gonna win like 4 or 5 races this year, but I think he's gonna fall off a cliff late in the season.
so
And that will surprise him.
is that the surprise? He falls off a cliff after
Yes.
winning 4 or 5.
In real life, he falls off a cliff.
No, he falls down Joe's steps.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Briscoe.
Xfinity have Brent Cruz. I think he's just going to go on kind of a tear. I think it's going to be hard for him to win. Because I was like, oh, this guy's winning 4 or 5 races. When I've watched him, I'm like, this guy's actually really good. But then I see how many Cup drivers are just driving junior equipment alone. And I'm like, it might be hard to win 4 or 5 races. But I think he's going to be really good. He's going to come out of the grade strong, a lot better than William Sawalich did. My trucks, I have Honeycutt. Like I said, I think he's going to be a pretty big contender this year. I think him, Eckes, Riggs, and Chandler Smith are going to win basically all the races themselves. Yeah. Chris?
My biggest surprise for Cup will be Daniel Suarez. When expand on
Larson Quaffle is running that car by mid-season or what?
I'm surprised.
I'll expand on this a little bit later, but yeah, I think Suarez is gonna have a good year. But I still don't think he's gonna make the chase. But I think for Suarez standards, it's gonna be a good year.
25th in points.
Do what?
25th in points.
No, I think he finishes top 20, like well inside the top 20. I think Spire as a whole is gonna take a step up, but I'm gonna say 18th. 18th, and I'll expand on something later on this. Harrison Burton for Xfinity. I think him moving to Sam Hunt is going to be a huge upgrade for him. Um, yeah, I think he'll be in the contention solidly in the chase. And then trucks, Mini Tyrell. I kind of wrestled with this one, especially with again what I'm going to expand upon later. But I like Mini's chances here. I think he's a great driver.
What makes him so mini?
He's literally short. Like he is a short guy.
They
Like,
didn't call Rubio mini.
I don't know. His nickname. He's from Manassas, Virginia.
I'm no expert. I'm just asking questions and playing with this fidget spinner.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. Joe vaping. All right, Joe. Who's your surprise pick?
My surprise pick is Kyle Busch. I think he gets a win or two. Be fluke or not, I say that's a better that's a better than what he's doing last season. 100%. YOLO 100 100. Xfinity, I got Jeb Burton, the better Burton.
Hmm.
Take
Jeb
that, Harrison.
Jeb Burton is like fourth on my list of Burtons, even though I do like Jeb.
Yeah, but does Harrison have a podcast with his dad? He doesn't.
Yes.
So Jeb Burton's gonna have a better season. I think he wins a rain shortened Talladega. Let me know if you heard that before.
I think he could probably just win Talladega outright.
Then in trucks, I have the man that's gonna win the championship, aka Hemrick, Zombie, Greg Biffle.
Oh, well, never mind. All right, moving on. Five bold predictions this year.
I didn't write it. Someone wrote it down, and then I'm Anchorman, and I just read it.
All right, Kason, what's your five bold predictions for the NASCAR season?
I made these before doing my other things, and then I realized I probably should have done these after actually looking at who was driving all the races in Xfinity, for example. Some of my picks include Brent Cruz winning 4 to 5 Xfinity races. Probably not going to happen due to the fact that something else that I say later is going to probably actually happen. Number 2, I think Connor wins one Cup race and 4 to 5 Xfinity races. I think he's probably going to win way more than 4 to 5 if it's a bold prediction after I realized he was racing more races than like 7. Number 3, Hendrick only wins one race until the month of May. And it's going to be Larson, either Vegas or Bristol.
I don't like how it's changing these numbers. I'm sorry.
Number 4, Junior Motorsports won 17 or 18 races last year. They're going to win more this season. Mainly due to the fact that they have Hendrick drivers driving like 12 races this season, on top of Connor running like 15 races this season. Number 5, and Chris's favorite, RFK wins 4 races this season. And I think that Buescher wins 2 and the other 2 win 1 each.
Shut the fuck up.
And my bonus here is...
Yo, Joe,
What?
what?
No.
My
Sorry.
bonus here is Ram trucks are complete shit for the first half of the year.
You fucking
But-
dick. You fucking
But-
dick, man. You stole that from me.
Oh.
Fuck you,
But-
Kason.
Justin Haley wins either Daytona or Atlanta.
Justin Haley's gonna sit and spin.
No, Justin
My
Haley
sorry.
the merchant of these races.
Well,
He's gonna be like the Austin Hill of the truck series.
my five bold predictions. Mind you, I wrote all my answers down first, so everyone got to copy my homework here. Number 1 is Zilich goes winless in Cup. I think SVG outduels him on every road course, and I don't think he gets one. I think by the end of the year he'll be competing, but I don't think he gets that first win until next year. Riley Herbst gets multiple top tens. I'm smoking crack. That is not going to happen, but they're bold predictions for a reason. Not like RFK wins 4 races, which they came close to doing a couple years ago. But
How many did they win last year, Chris?
all right, yeah, whatever. My other bold prediction is Denny Hamlin goes winless and finishes outside of the top 10 in points. Fourth bold prediction, we get a Frankie Muniz top 3 at some point in the season. Definitely going to have to be at a plate track, but going all in on Malcolm.
Wait, what? I have a question here. A legit
Yeah.
question I want to ask.
Yeah.
Who gets a top 5? Or does Frankie have a top 5?
I think Frankie does have a top 5.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, was it that one truck race where he was running like 20th and then everybody else wrecked in front of him?
I think. I know he definitely has a top 10, but
Yeah. I was gonna say, who gets a top 3 first? Mr. Malcolm in the middle, or Cletus?
probably
in ARCA
Cletus.
race.
Probably Cletus. Malcolm's already finished top 5 in ARCA, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but my fifth bold prediction is Rajah Caruth wildly underperforms in the Nap. I was about to say Napa, the O'Reilly series.
And the naps.
No apps. Yeah, I just think him bouncing around between Jordan Anderson and Junior Motorsports is not going to bode well for him. Also, I don't know. I'm just not really sold on Rajah. I think he's a good truck driver, but I'm not sold. And then my bonus, my extra, was that Ram trucks are complete shit for the first half of the year, which I wrote down first. My reason being is apparently they have a bunch of old chassis, old shitty chassis, so until they get some good ones built up and bought, it's going to be tough for them. So, Joe,
I'm not gonna do these in order how I wrote them. Uh, I heard Dodge might be bad. Hemrick wins the title, so that was my little thing there. Zillage makes the chase. I said that earlier. Uh, Kaysen loses faith in Priest because he has a bad year. SVG wins all the road courses in one oval, and that's at Chicago. That's SVG's place. And the TV ratings actually go up because of Mark Martin, our Lord and Savior.
okay.
We need to do a segment quick, Joe. There's a new segment here.
Oh shit.
You don't have to be involved, Joe, in this, but if Ryan Preece wins a race before Sheldon Creed, Chris takes another shoey. If Sheldon
The
Creed wins a race
look.
before,
Got that. Too much yapping going on here, Joe. Don't you agree?
Oh man, that fucking priest guy sucks.
Well, he dumped SVG.
He did. I
Yeah.
saw with my own two peepers.
Yep, exactly. He doesn't know.
He's recording on his end, so when his end goes up,
Well, so we're gonna do the races you're most and least looking forward to. Uh, you unmuted there, Kason.
I am. I was gonna finish the second part of the bet, but
I
I'm
heard
saying if Ryan Preece wins first.
Kaysen's favorite race he's looking forward to is Priest's win.
I think Chris doing a shoey after. Well, my race I'm looking forward to most: Homestead finale, Chicagoland returning. Always enjoyed Chicagoland. Seems like there's always something kind of wacky happening there, even when mile and a half's pretty boring. Or we get like fucking David Rudiman winning a race or something. Race I'm looking forward to the least is once again Phoenix. It's gonna suck. It's always sucks. I probably won't even watch half the race either time they race there because why bother?
Yeah. The only allure with Phoenix was that they forced us to watch it because it was the championship race.
Honestly, the only way they can make Phoenix good is by moving that race until like
No.
the middle of July and put it in the middle of the day and just see who actually lasts that long in a car in Phoenix, Arizona.
Probably SVG.
Probably.
Grew up over in New Zealand where it's constantly fucking burning.
Uh, Kason, I disagree. The only thing that would make Phoenix good is if they have another Trinity test.
That or just tearing it down and selling it for real estate so NASCAR could build a real track in California on the old Auto Club land. But
Amen. Well, the race I'm most looking forward to is the North Wilkesboro Pointers race. This is contingent on how well the 70 or 80 added horsepower is, and then on short tracks and the new tires they're bringing. And the surface is worn a little bit more, so we'll see. I'm excited for that. I think 400 laps North Wilkesboro is going to go hard. Larson probably wins this race, but
Chris, I need to step in here for a second.
yeah,
I think maybe this should be a bold prediction. We're gonna get something really stupid happening towards the end of this North Wilkesboro race, unless Larson just goes on a tear and just like laps everyone or something.
It's gonna be Michael Waltrip throwing the yellow flag again.
We don't talk about Michael Waltrip right now, Joe.
Oh.
I think that it's gonna be like the Clash 2.0. It's gonna be a wreck fest. I feel like for an actual points race with all. I just think about what was happening with 25 cars on the track there.
yeah,
What they did last year.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put 40 cars on the track, and we're gonna put Cody Ware on the track and JJ Yaley or something like that.
You should probably go back and watch a North Wilkesboro race.
yeah.
I'm just thinking of what's happened the last 2 years, Joe.
There's a lot of green flag runs at a North Wilkesboro race.
The green flag runs. A lot of them.
Well,
Yep.
we'll
There's
see.
a reason North Wilkesboro didn't survive, and it's not because NASCAR wanted to get into bigger markets.
It was just boring
Yep.
after a while of watching Jeff Bodine just obliterate the field in that seven car.
I think
I
if it's
think
not a caution fest, I think Larson is gonna probably do the same thing though.
It's gonna be more entertaining than a '90s North
no,
Wilkesboro. I'll
that's
give you that.
I'm looking
But
for. That's why I'm looking forward to it. So I'm like, oh yeah, an actual good North Wilkesboro race. Nice.
I think it should be 500 laps, not this weird 450.
Is it 450 really?
It's 450.
That is disgusting.
Yeah,
I'd rather them just do 400.
yeah. They're like, oh, it's 450 now. And I was like, you could have just said 500 and everyone would have been a lot happier. But no, we're gonna go with this weird number.
Okay, very nice. Well, the race I'm least looking forward to is the Dover All-Star race. I'm gonna be honest. I think this race is gonna blow chunks unless NASCAR does that whole thing they've been talking about, where they let the teams just show up with whatever and race
Which
that.
won't happen.
Um, well, NASCAR seems pretty adamant on it. I hope they just tell the teams to go fuck themselves like they have literally every other time in their history. And the one time it would benefit everybody, they're like, no, okay, it's okay, teams.
They should call them all stupid.
They should take them out back and flog them all.
Yeah.
Um, I think this race is gonna suck, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not mad. I'm not mad that the All Star race is at Dover because truthfully, I'd rather see North Wilkesboro on the schedule than fucking Dover. But I'd rather see them get rid of a Phoenix State and put Dover there, and then just like, maybe this we can expand on this later. But I'd like to see the All Star race be at Bowman Gray.
Yeah,
I think that'd be fun.
I don't think Bowman's ever getting the clash after this year in the snow.
Yeah, I just honestly cut a Phoenix race. Let Dover have the date. Um, and then on like, I fucking hate to say this, but bring the Clash back to Daytona. Make it a fucking pole only event. I mean, shit, it's not that hard.
30 laps.
Yeah, I mean, no, like honestly, it doesn't have to be 30. Just make it like 20 or something where they can't fucking save fuel, and well, 30 would be the same. But like,
It used to be 20. I just added another 10.
yeah, just fucking just bring it back to Daytona for
Pole winners only. I agree with you.
yeah, yeah.
Or
Like
they race around the Buccaneer Stadium.
they race
Actually,
for the partnership.
what they should do is just Joe's not gonna like this. Go run your street course race for the Clash in either like Tampa or Miami.
I hate
That's
this.
stupid.
It's
That's too
stupid.
much money for the Clash.
Boring.
Honestly, and I mean this with all sincerity. They used to run the fucking what was it? The Cannon into the modified race on the backstretch,
Yeah.
that mini oval. Do that if you don't want to tear up more cars. I mean, seriously, just bring it to Daytona. Do it somewhere on the grounds. I saw someone bring up the idea of literally racing around the fucking grass on the front stretch. Like, I'd be cool with that. Like, I'd rather see it come back on the full oval. I get why it went away. The Clash the last few years at Daytona was fucking painful. But for the love of everything, I mean, just make it pole winners only. Don't put fucking chase drivers or playoff drivers. Don't qualify them and don't qualify winners in. Like, sponsors be damned, you know?
I didn't mind like if you won the event previously that you got in because it was mostly just an additional like one or two guys.
I like that. But I just think like if they are gonna do that, clean slate. Like, don't let fucking Ryan Priest into it next year. I'm not just saying that because I don't like Ryan Priest, but like, come on, I don't know, Joe. I disagree. I think pole winners only. Make it special.
Well, I like
This
the adding the p past winners only because Darrell Waltrip, I think he won a clash and he didn't show up every time.
no no. I'm just that what we can talk about this on another pod. I know we're kind of running along here, but um, bring the Clash back to Daytona. Make the All Star race. Bowman Gray and nuke one of Phoenix's races for everything, please. So, Joe,
The street race is what I'm looking forward to the most.
what, St. Petersburg?
No, Concorda, I believe is what it's
Granada?
called. It's in San Diego. And I should have wrote down the race after that as well as Sonoma, just because I want to see SVG win back-to-back races. And I'm with you on Dover because Dover, I love Dover. I always like Dover, but I know it's gonna fucking suck as an all-star race.
See, Kaysen, the way Dover is now, and really historically has been, other than the chance of a fucking massive wreck happening there once in a blue moon, it's essentially North Wilkesboro. Would you agree, Joe?
Yes, I would
Yeah,
say it's a mixture of a big Bristol with North Wilkesboro, just long runs, but it's just big concrete Bristol.
yeah. So, well, those are our 2026 predictions. We're gonna have an abbreviated pod here for Daytona. We're just gonna mash it into one if that's cool with you guys instead of stopping it and starting another one.
Sounds
I
good.
I predict because we're recording this on Wednesday that Joey Logano and Chase Elliott, yeah, I'm seeing it now. Will win the the duels at Daytona.
Um, so the open cars that advance to the 500 are Allgaier, Heim on speed, and then Mears and Alfredo through the duels tonight. Um, other than that,
I see you're also uh clairvoyant,
oh yes, yes.
predicting these names out of a hat, you might say.
Um, so sorry.
Are we just picking who are gonna win the Daytona 500? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, and the other two races. I'm looking at something.
Yeah, well, Chris is looking at something. Give a quick little preview. Last year's truck winner of the spring race at Daytona was Heim, right? Technically, because Kligerman won but got DQ'd.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken, Austin Hill won the Xfinity or Love win it. Love won it, right?
yeah, love one.
And William Byron went from sixth to first because 5 cars crashed in front of him on the last lap.
Um, did you just see the news about Alfredo?
Yeah, I literally
No,
just had it pop up on the side. He got DQ'd.
Yeah.
wait, who's in now?
Probably BJ McLeod.
Oh, it's BJ. Let's fucking go.
Oh
Let's
no.
fucking go.
Oh,
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you, Anthony. Dude, literally crying in his fucking interview. Fuck you, Anthony Alfredo, you son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, Big Pasta.
Fuck yeah, BJ McLeod, dude. Met that guy at a Hooters one time. He's cool as shit.
Dude,
Wow.
honestly, my favorite part was having Corey LaJoy and Chandler Smith in competitive cars in one duel, not making it to Casey Mears, and then just having the biggest group of shitter cars possible in the other duel, where it's like, oh, these cars are even like Casey Mears is like, oh, he's kind of running towards the front there, and it's like, and the other one's like, holy shit, these cars can't even keep up with the field of JJ Yaley and McLeod and Alfredo. Chris, you still looking for whatever you're looking for?
No, I'm just hyped about fucking BJ McLeod making it in.
Okay.
Um, so do we want to give quick thoughts on all three races real quick, and then we'll pick our winners?
Yeah, that sounds good. I just wanted to cover mainly for trucks. It's the debut of Ram, as we covered earlier. It'll also feature the return of Tony Stewart. Also, a number of random drivers driving in this race that makes it a lot more intriguing, honestly. For instance, we have Ricky Stenhouse, Michael McDowell, John Hunter Nemechek, Carson Hocevar, who is pulling triple duty this weekend, by the way. But, fun fact, he's not the only triple duty person this weekend. Daniel Dye is running in O'Reilly Auto Parts trucks and in ARCA. other notable names that are making truck starts today that might, or truck starts this weekend that might normally not be Travis Pastrana. Um, my favorite one that's in here. Where was the number? What number was it? Was that an Xfinity? Oh, it was Xfinity. Never mind. So yeah, and then Cletus McFarland also running, got cleared this week to drive in the Nice Motorsports 4, Travis Pastrana's teammate. And also Cole Butcher running the 13 Thor Sport Racing with Jake Garcia in the 98.
He's full time. Cole Butcher is.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to add that on.
Yep.
I was like trying to think of any very large notable changes. ARCA wise, touch on that quick too while we're at it. Only notable James driving in that really Dye and Ruggiero. Gio Ruggiero, by the way. And Cletus is also driving in that one on Saturday. Cannot wait to watch 20 crashes in the first 25 laps of that race.
I am super hyped for that race.
ARCA or trucks?
Honestly, both. I love Daytona ARCA because like there's always a chance for someone like completely stupid like Greg Van Alst winning it. Not like Greg Van Alst, don't get me wrong, but like it makes it a little bit better because it's like most of those guys like halfway back markers in ARCA are pretty chill.
Well, anything else we want to say on trucks?
Um, no, not really.
Do we want to pick our trucks person?
Um, sure, why not? I have to redo the spreadsheet this year. Oh, also wanted to ask, do we want to do just a full season long pick? So like for Cup, Trucks, O'Reilly's, just no reset.
That'd probably be best.
Yeah,
All
sounds
right.
good to me.
And then for Trucks and O'Reilly's, do we want to do it to where we can have multiple picks? So like we could pick fucking Corey Heim. Let's say if he was running trucks like he was last year, we could pick him every fucking race if we wanted to, but no Cup drivers or full time guys only in the series. Just makes it a little bit more easier, so we're not like surprised at who's fucking entering this week if we're recording the pod on a Monday.
It doesn't matter much to me, Joe.
Nah. All right.
So, yes, is that a yes?
I'm sure I'll forget about the rule anyway.
I'll remind you. Don't worry.
I said
All right, Joe. Trucks.
I want Travis Pastrami.
Jason.
Um, let's see here. So we can pick people who aren't full time as long as they're not Cup or Xfinity drivers in trucks. Is that what we're saying here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Give me Corey LaJoy. I kind of forgot about him when I was naming drivers that were driving in this thing.
I'm gonna.
I heard you're picking Spencer Boyd, Chris.
Actually, I'm gonna pick Spencer Boyd and Tony Stewart to get a 1-2. Um. Hell, man, I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with. Mm, I can't do Taylor Gray here, so
You're not gonna go Cletus?
fuck no. Fuck no.
Watch him win?
Give me Honeycutt.
All right, bonus pick here for everybody. Who finishes higher, Cletus, Frankie, or Tony?
Tony.
Tony.
I'm going Frankie. I think Tony honestly gets last of the three.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck the Honeycutt pick. I'm going with Stewart for my trucks pick. I'll
We
probably never be able to do that again. So,
we also got to remember that Tony's in a Rackley truck this year, not in the
oh,
Tricon.
you meant Tony Brightinger.
Yes, not Tony
Oh,
Stewart.
Tony. Yeah, never mind.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Tony's getting last out of Cletus, Frankie,
Yeah,
and
I'm.
Tony.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with Frankie because I don't think he's the only one who's probably not gonna wreck.
Going Tony.
I thought you meant Tony Stewart, not
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about Tony Stewart driving in that even.
Yeah, I don't think Tony Brightinger is even gonna fucking make the race. So
On to O'Reilly Auto Parts. Couple notable names in there. Again, Hocevar driving in all of them. Notable name I realized I completely forgot was driving in this race though. In the 35 car, Natalie Decker's back.
he's another one who's not gonna make the fucking race. Good lord.
Yeah, Raja driving the 88 this week. Um, yeah, that was about it. I guess Geo in the 19 Gibbs car this week too, so slightly notable. All right, who's going first?
We'll do the same order all the way around. So Joe.
Well, I'm trying to like look at this list here, and it says Jordan Anderson's driving the Jordan Anderson's car.
Jordan Anderson is driving the Jordan Anderson's car.
And I want Jordan Anderson.
All right.
I was
Jason?
like, what? Is that the same guy?
um, hmm.
Casey wants big pasta.
I actually thought about doing that as like the redemption weekend continues with Corey winning the trucks. No, but
Continue the bit, Casey.
even I have limits here. We're gonna go with honestly, we're doing the same thing where you can pick the season regular as many times as you want.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I'm going Jesse Love.
All right. I'm going with Austin Hill. All right. So for Cup, it's different. Cup, you get one shot with any driver. Doesn't matter who.
Oh, look at him making rolls up
I
jokes.
literally
On
said
the
this
fly.
before. I literally said this before for Trucks and O'Reilly, but okay.
Think you
Uh,
know a guy.
yeah, fuck you. Fall down some steps, why don't you? Uh,
Ah!
so yeah, you get 36 races, and you can only pick each driver once. So it's gonna, we're gonna have to be strategic with these.
Well, my pick that I was gonna pick just got DQ'd. Now who do I go with?
Racing towards the finish line.
Ah, shit, dude. I don't know. It's gonna be someone stupid winning it, like always. I'm just gonna say Kyle Busch wins the Daytona 500.
So that you're using your Kyle Busch pick right now.
Yes.
All right, Kason.
Well, there's no Helio in the field, so I can't use that.
Okay.
Um. Oh, I honestly was gonna go Ryan Preece for the memes, and those RFK cars did look really fast tonight.
Yeah.
But my problem is honestly, I don't mind picking Ryan Preece at the flat tracks if he's actually semi-consistent these days.
You only need to pick him for Martinsville.
I don't mind him at Phoenix North Wilkesboro either, though.
Before you make your pick case, and I have to say, Daniel Suarez blamed SVG for crashing out to Corey LaJoy.
Yeah. Yeah. Good on SVG. He did the world a favor.
He pretty much called SVG an idiot and not paying attention to his surroundings and crashing.
Suarez is like a fucking mad ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, Suarez actually is going to wreck SVG at a road course. It's going to lead to Connor winning a road course at this
Oh,
rate.
100%.
He's going to be lapping Suarez for the 15th time at Coda here pretty soon with a 20-second lead on Connor. Honestly, God, I don't know who I want to go. Give me. We're gonna get a two-time Daytona 500 winner, and it's gonna be.
He's
Give me
picking
Michael McDowell.
Austin's. Oh, you're saying Austin Cindric?
Jason, who'd you say?
Yeah, Michael McDowell.
Oh, all right. Two-time.
Yeah, he won one before.
Oh, he's saying he's going to win the race.
Yeah.
See, I'm not going for who I think's going to win the race here. I'm just going for who I think's going to finish better than your guys. That's going to be Jimmy Johnson, a two-time Daytona 500 winner, actually.
Jimmy Johansson?
Yeah, Jimmy Johansson.
Honestly, a smart pick probably would have been Riley Herbst because he somehow doesn't reckon these very often.
I was gonna pick Allgaier because he just seems to survive these right now.
Yeah, I wanted to pick Allgaier, but I don't know. Jimmy was just there. Well, we got anything else, or we don't have any top three or topic to discuss?
Uh, um, I thought I had something. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. Oh, I had a few things that I had typed out here. It wasn't Daytona related, but it was more like which Cup champions have more Busch wins than Cup wins.
Which Cup champions? How many are
Th-
there?
There's only two.
Two.
It's only two.
Um,
Is Mark Martin?
No. I said Cup champions.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part.
um,
I'll I'll give you a hint. They are both racing on Sunday.
so one of them's Ryan Blaney.
It's not Ryan Blaney.
Uh,
Brad.
It is Brad.
what?
That's Brad and Kyle Busch.
Yep, that's what I was gonna go with.
Brad has got 36 Cup wins and 39 Xfinity wins, and Kyle Busch has 63 Cup and 102 Xfinity. He also has the caveat of 67 truck wins. I also had Xfinity champions with more truck wins than Xfinity wins, and there's still only two.
Are they also racing this week?
One is, the other one is not.
So it's Xfinity champions with more truck wins than
Then once was Xfinity, now O'Reilly's.
um
One is in the field Sunday.
the
One is
O'Reilly's
not.
field. Are they in the O'Reilly's field?
No, they are in the Cup field.
Field.
Wait,
They have
wait.
more truck wins
Joe, I
there.
think I know who this is. By the way you said is not.
The one that is not there?
The one that is not there is Greg Biffle.
No.
Oh, not Greg Biffle?
Nope, it's not Greg Biffle.
Biffle.
Greg Biffle has more Xfinity wins than he does truck wins.
Um, does any of these also have a cup championship?
No, neither one of them do.
All right. I'm gonna say Bell. No, Bell never won it. Bell never won. Byron.
It is Byron. He has 5 Xfinity wins and 8 truck wins.
Um, for the one not racing, how recent is he?
Since his last Cup start, it's been a long time.
Okay.
And I think he's a truck champion as well.
So we went full.
Yeah.
So he won both.
He won his Xfinity championship in the 90s and his truck championship in the 2000s.
Bro, who the fuck is this? This is gonna piss me off, isn't it?
It is maybe.
Um,
He only has one cup win.
Johnny Benson?
It is Johnny Benson.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to say Johnny Benson, but I didn't think he won a Busch Series title, so
Then I had this stupid thing. I don't know why I even put this down. It was sons who win Bush championships for their dads.
sons who win Busch championships for their dads.
Like I'm just gonna read them off to you because I think these are a little bit like nitpicky because one's Ty Gibbs. His owner was Coy. I'm like, I don't really want to count that, but that's what it said.
Was.
Rob Moroso won
Oh
one
yeah.
for Dick Moroso.
And then he decided to drink and then took a corner too fast.
Then there's Dale Jr. and Dale Sr. Then there's Larry Pearson and David Pearson. That's the only stats I had.
I was gonna try to find a Delma Cowart stat, but yeah, I couldn't find one. Kaysen, you know who that is?
No.
Yeah. See, because Kaysen always wins races, but he loses parties. Whereas Delma never lost a party, but he never won a race. All right, boys. Well, thanks everyone for listening. We'll be back. What? Sunday night, Monday.
Somewhere in there.
This year we're gonna try to have a little bit briefer pods, so hopefully this is gonna be our longest one, even though it's probably not. We're probably gonna fall back in the same trap we did last year. We're gonna try to change up the format a little bit, and we're gonna try to be a little bit more concise. But again, you're dealing with the Three Stooges, so we'll see if this even gets uploaded. So everyone have a good night, and thanks for listening.